Good day and welcome back to another Guild Wars 2 video. We're going to take a look at the Lunar Festival and we're going to discuss pretty much what you need to know about the Lunar Festival, why you'd want to join in, etc. So let's dive in. So what is the Lunar Festival? Well, the Lunar Festival is an event that takes place every year. It coincides with the Untitled New Year and it's held in Divinity's Reach. There are basically also these little dragons that you can find in Lion's Arch, Black Citadel, Holbrook, Ratisum, and the Grove that basically will give you a way to teleport there. The main reason that we do this event is to obtain lucky envelopes, which give you essentially a chance to get some cool transmogrification items as well as some pretty cool, interesting exotics. So we'll break down the events, what they give you, and then we'll talk about how you can make the best luck of it. So let's talk about the events. So there are actually 6 main events that occur inside the zone. So if you look here on your map, this is the zone. You'll see it in Lion's Arch. Okay, you can obviously pick everything up here, and there are essentially main challenges being the Dragon Ball Arena, which if you're a Dragon Ball fan, yeah, pretty cool. You have the Dragon Ball Arena, okay, you then have Firecracker Lightning, you then have Firecracker Lightning 2, okay, which we'll talk about just now. You then have a Mount Race, okay, a Race Adventure, right, very cool, and the Celestial Challenge, which is over there. It also shows up down here as well. These essentially are ways for you to obtain different prizes. Now they all give you different chests, like for example the Firecracker Challenges will give you the Firecracker Gold chest, Silver chest, Bronze chest, depending on how you're doing, and these will contain little lucky envelopes. Most of these challenges will all contain little lucky envelopes, which you exchange in for major envelopes. The only one that can give you anything else is the Dragon Ball, which gives you the token of the Dragon Ball champion, which can be exchanged. We'll talk about the exchange just now, but essentially those are your 6 major events, and they will help to determine what happens. Now we'll just quickly take a look at each one and break down exactly what it is for you. So first we'll talk about the Celestial Challenge. Basically, the Celestial Challenge is just a fight. So you basically participate in the fight and you can get basically a whole bunch of prizes. You can get little lucky envelopes, you get a chest of the New Year, and you will obtain as well potentially an exotic equipment satchel, which obviously, as it states, gives you an exotic equipment satchel. Now the chest of the New Year is pretty valuable. It can give you some luck essences, which we use, and also can give you Celestial Champion fragments, which we'll show at the vendors. All our currencies are vendor exchangeable, but honestly it's just basically a PvE fight. So when you get involved, it's just about basically fighting off waves of different enemies. The longer you go, the more reward you get, the higher the value of the chest that you get at the end is. Next we have the Firecracker Lightning Challenges. Now these Firecracker Lightnings basically require you to light all the firecrackers that are spread throughout the city. So you can see here they have different time frames. So if you go and you click play, you can see my timer has started, and now I need to basically go all the way around the city and obtain these firecrackers. Obviously this can be fairly challenging. Okay, you can see there, over there, the firecrackers. If you are looking to do this challenge, either one, because there's Firecracker Lightning 1 and 2, there is obviously some pretty decent routing to go with it. But if you do not have a mount, I suggest you speak to the Festival Mount Rental. You can pay 10 silver, and for an hour you can rent the Raptor mount, which will help you with completing these, especially Firecracker Challenge number 2, where you are very much struggling. So yeah, it's one of those situations. Look, it's not too hard. You can see on your minimap all of the points, But yeah, it's good to practice the route a couple times and to, put in some work. But once you get the hang of it, it's an easy way every day to grab yourself some decent rewards. And people with different mounts will obviously have different varying levels of success. But yeah, it's I'd say pretty straightforward overall. Speaking of mounts, we then also have the race event. This is a sporadic event, and joining in, basically you are able to partake in the racing event and similarly can earn a chest, gold, silver, bronze, based on how well you do. And this will, of course, give you prizes as well, mainly lucky little envelopes. So when you see the races starting soon pop up, then you're pretty much good to go. Last but not least is Dragon Ball Arena. Now, it sounds cool, but essentially it's just dodgeball. So it's basically just playing a game of dodgeball. It's really cool. Basically, you are looking to find some power-ups when you go across the map. It's a fun game, and obviously it gives you, I think, the best reward chest. So it is something you're going to want to play, and it actually is quite fun to do. So for most players, they will be interested in doing so. And yeah, it's pretty straightforward and cool. So that covers all the events, but now how do the prizes work? Well, there are stages of vendors. So we have all of the vendors over here. There are 6 of them. Now, the first vendor is the most important one. That is this one over here that everyone is bloody crowding around. And it is Phaedra. And she sells you the different styles of envelopes. So your highest envelope is a Divine Lucky envelope. These lucky envelopes can contain a big variety of prizes, but what they ultimately can contain is essentially a trophy that gives you a bit of money. They give you essences of luck, which is what you need to obtain the majority of these other rewards. And then they will give you occasionally some other different items. Can be Visage or fireworks, a New Year's weapon chest, which I think contains an ascended weapon item. But yeah, to cut a long story short, the main reason you are doing this is for the luck essences, which you will use at all the other vendors. Now you can buy 8 Divine Lucky for 1 gold each. You can also buy a Divine Lucky with a token of Celestial Champion. So as mentioned before, if you win the Celestial Champion event, you can add that and discount it a little bit. You can also get 5 Lucky Envelopes as well. Lucky Envelopes, the smaller ones, are basically just minor versions. They can also contain a little bit of luck essences, but at a lower level. And yeah, of course, they just kind of like discounted versions. Then you can get the Dragon Ball Champions Divine Lucky Envelope. These require you to obviously have a winning Dragon Ball Champion token. These, okay, are also limited per day. They are essentially the same thing, but they have a slightly higher rate for luck. And then obviously you have the sell option. So that covers how you get the essences of luck, but now we're going to talk about all the other vendors where you can actually spend them. So the first vendor we have essentially is just a backpack vendor. These are previous New Year's prizes, and these are cool in a way. They allow you to have these cool little backpacks that previously players would have had. They're nice, they're cosmetic, right? So it's all very cool. There's different styles of pants that give you a dragon tail, if you're that way inclined. I think it does, yeah, it gives you a dragon tail. So the scalies may your choice. But yeah, essentially these are just cosmetic items. So they are really cool. They are all thematic towards Lunar New Year. And yeah, I think, for the most part, they're just pretty standard kind of awesome little items. Obviously, the big one is if you're trying to pick up this Ascended backpack. The stats are a bit mixed bag, but it is essentially a free Ascended. But you'll notice that they require different essences of luck, which obviously all drop from that chest. So it's all the different essences of luck that you need that you're going to have to obviously exchange to obtain these prizes. So that's where all your envelopes come in. Next, we have the New Year's weapon vendors. Now, these guys require you to do a little bit of extra work. So there are some achievements actually for the Lunar Festival. If you go to your character and go to achievements and you go to the little events, you will find that the Lunar New Year's Festival has different challenges. And to unlock the weapons, you need to do a corresponding item challenge. So basically, you will need to complete some of these challenges here. It's nothing too crazy. It basically comes down to completing certain numbers of the events and things. What is cool is that they give you, as you could see there, some lucky envelopes as well. So what's really great with that is basically you can not only give yourself access to more prizes and some cool little prizes as well, but you can also grab a couple currency and envelopes. Now these weapons are mainly cosmetic, so again they represent a cosmetic item, cosmetic attraction, and it's going to just depend on your kind of desire to have them. We'll say they're not anything too crazy, but yeah, it is one of those situations. So they are just cosmetic items that you can look into obtaining. Next, we have the New Year's rewards vendor. This is a weekly vendor who allows you to buy certain weapons per week. Now, they give you two options, the Trader's Lantern chest and Trader's Fortunate chest. These contain various great exotic weapons, but mainly skins. So these are also, again, largely cosmetic, but they are obviously exotic. So if you're looking to pick up something decent, they're not too bad for your entry-level 80s. The big attraction here is the chest of legendary shards, which, of course, if you're looking to buy a legendary, is going to be pretty much one of the ones you're really looking at, and same with Mystic Clovers. So these two are probably the big ticket items here, and are, I would say, the big attraction for players who are looking at farming these events for something. We then finally have the two bears. One is for weapons, so again, just some cool weapon transmogs. Very nice stuff. Jade Serpent's daggers, very cool. Just some nice Jade style weaponry, some Lucky Dragon weaponry, all cool stuff, basically. Nothing too crazy, very thematic, very on point. And you have the homestead recipes, which obviously if you're building your homestead, you know, you're looking at, again, certain furniture that aligns obviously with the Lunar New Year's Festival. So pretty cool stuff. And yeah, I'd say all the rewards are pretty awesome. Some other events include the Celestial Pigs, where you can donate some of the spare food you get from chest rewards and things, and this correlates to an achievement. So if you look at the festival achievement for Lunar New Year, it correlates to, I believe, the favor of the Celestials, or is it the Celestial Companion, Celestial Challenger, or there, the New Year's Customs, I think. So there we go, yeah, New Year's Benevolence. So it just adds up and gives you some really great kind of procedures, and yeah, it's just obviously great to have it add up, which is super helpful. Gives you some essences of luck as well. Similarly, any extra essences of luck can be donated to Drubert's Ghost, which is a Quaggan, and will also count towards an achievement as well. And then finally, just to mention on the luck essences. So with the luck essences, you can refine them, provided you are obviously a artificer. So if you were to refine the essences of luck with an artificer, you can actually upgrade them a ranking. So it's just something to do. Also, the essences of luck that you get from salvaging equipment are exactly the same as the ones you get from the envelopes, which means essentially you can just salvage equipment if you're not looking to actually do any of the New Year's events and you're trying to obtain basically, you know, some of those rewards. So yeah, that's pretty much it from me. Bye.